text. You have a story. You have Barack Obama. He's doing major things using social media. The whole world knows it. Now, I went on ahead and met with a college friend of mine who happened to be in the social CRM side with like IBM and Microsoft. Okay? This was a friend. All of us have friends that are doing stuff that we haven't done, like they're in like other places, and you're like, man, how do you do that? I have no idea how he does what he does with IBM and Microsoft and whatnot, but all I knew is that he was writing for Inc. magazine, Black Enterprise, and whatnot. I said, that is really neat that you could do this. Here's exactly what happened. I walked into a conference in May. We were walking into a room, and he said, Bullock. And I said, Brent. We hadn't seen each other in 20 years. We went to school together. I was doing the internet marketing track at a conference, doing this talk. He was doing the social media part of the conference. When it was over, we exchanged cards and said, we really ought to do something together. That was it, the whole conversation. Then I said, well, you have a blog. And I said, well, I have a blog, and you do some stuff. Well, you're over there, and I do some stuff. Well, I'm over here. And we just decided, well, we ought to do nothing more than document this Barack thing, because we thought it was interesting. Notice, just like a typical blogger, doing it for the love of it. No other reason. I'm interested in it. Every week, after the first one, when we did the hour or whatever it was, we do a 20-minute update. How hard is it to do a 20-minute update? We push the button, we send it on Twitter, people come back over to the thing, and all of a sudden people start downloading. Now watch where it gets interesting. I took this idea, went to a major magazine, and said, wouldn't your people like to know about this? The blog, as you notice, has nothing on it for any monetization whatsoever. The monetization is the packaging of this particular concept to a major magazine. Guess what? The story is coming out in November. When that hits at the right time, you package that, you go get the people who have 750,000 people reading this magazine. You say, I can show you how to do this. Why? Because I know how. There's no reason why all of you can't do the same thing, because you've all sat through it and gotten all the same skills I just told you about. You can't do my deal. Sorry. Wish you could. But all of you have, and I don't care whether you're selling recipes online or you cooking or sewing or whatever it is, all of you, if you can think outside of what you think, as far as I'm going to get ads on my site, or I'm going to put AdSense on my site, or I'm going to do this or that or the other thing, just take 5 minutes and just say, who in the world has a bigger mouth than me and wants my stuff? That's it. Because when you get right down to it, this is all about distribution. It is getting your whatever it is out into the marketplace further than you could ever take it yourself. That's it. If you make it more complicated than that, then you're hurting yourself and you're putting yourself into a box. This model that I just gave to you is applicable in every market on the planet. Do not contain yourself with the online market thinking that it has to come this way. Think differently. You do not, look, where are we right now? It's Sunday. We're sitting in an auditorium. We are offline. What makes you think that everything has to happen online? People don't live on there. I cannot drive my car online right now. Doesn't work. I can't brush my teeth. I can't do any of that stuff online. But yet we, for some reason, think that it's over there. But we're out here and we exchange money out here. The idea of you sitting behind a computer and talking to no one and making all the money in the world is a fallacy unless you do some very significant work with SEO and pay-per-click. And guess what? It's getting more difficult and harder and more expensive every day because people with deeper pockets than you don't know what they're doing out there and they're driving up the cost. So, my name is Dave Bullock. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time this fine morning. I think this site is up. David Bullock online. It has all my Twitter and website and all that good stuff. Bullock 2.0, you can look at that site and see that business model in motion. Profit Engineer is another one of my sites. And in fact, if you go to my blog, comment, I love to talk to you all. Tweet, whatever y'all want to call it, I do that too. And I think that's it. All right. Questions and answers.